Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Heather.
And we're going to take you a tour of the garden so far. Things have grown up.
I am so proud of these. These are my tomato plants that I started from seed. I am so excited about these. Look how beautiful they are. So these were the ones that I planted first. Now these back here, they have been munched on. So we put some diatomaceous earth on them. It's food grade diatomaceous earth, but you have to be careful with it. Put it in, like, if you have a leftover spice container with the sifter on it, put it in that and then just sprinkle it over it. The reason that we're using that, and if it gets really bad, then we'll use some sort of pesticide. I don't want to, but so far they seem to be leaving them alone. And but they were eating my plants, and so I had to do something with them because I was going to lose them. In fact, I got a little tiny tomato plant over there that I'm trying to help survive right here. It's my black cherry tomato that I only have one of those. But this is our front flower beds, and I'm using it as a garden. I had to put the diatomaceous earth on the parsley too because it was eating that. It's left the thyme alone, which is awesome. And then,
are you saying the bugs don't have any time for it?
I don't know. They just don't like the flavor of it. I
get it. Time. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then whatever it was, loved my basil. So I had to do the basil too, but it's leaving the rosemary alone. So we've got those. Those are my herbs.
There's no pun I can think of for that.
And then I've got more
the
tomato plants.
These tomato plants are newer.
Yeah, because I pulled my garlic. And so I planted my tomato plants for my garlic.
Where's the garlic at?
It's downstairs drying.
Okay.
So these here that you see, these are actually onions.
Okay.
So I planted some more onions in here. And then this guy right here is horseradish. So we're gonna
eating on a little bit.
Yeah, we'll sprinkle some diatomaceous earth on that too. And then this is my sage. Whatever it is, doesn't like sage. And then back here, I had a bulb of garlic go bad, and I told the boys to go plant it, and all they did was they threw the bulb of garlic in the flower bed. And so now all of it's in one spot.
Okay.
So it's got little
our 100-year-old rose bush has little buds on it.
Yeah, this rose bush smells amazing. It is our old neighbor that used to live across the street from us. It was a clipping from her mother's rose bush, and she gave it to the original owners of this house. So this house was built in 1949, and she moved in about 10 years after that. And in this little 3-bedroom Cape Cod, she told us that the family raised 7 boys in this house.
Wow, it's still standing.
Yeah, but she gave them this rose bush, and it's been here ever since. So it reminds us of sweet little Ella, who's passed away, but every time I see it.
All right, so from the leaf, can you guess what it is? Can you guess? From the leaf, can you guess what plant this comes from?
All right, so this is my lemon balm, and I have it in a pot because it's in the mint family, and I don't want it to spread everywhere, but I might have to plant it somewhere else.
It smells incredible.
It smells great.
More tomato plants.
Yeah. So I've got this tomato plant is actually a seed that came from the traveling seed box that Wonderful Blessed Life started. So this is a sun sugar tomato plant, and I need to pick that little guy off because that's a little sucker, and we want all the nutrients to go to the plant and not to these little offshoot sprouts. But this was my yellow pear tomato. I think this is a jalapeno. I'm not sure. It's some sort of pepper plant, but my little popsicle stick is gone.
What happened here?
But well, they dug the hole too close.
Oh, okay.
They needed to be spread out a little more.
And what are those peppers as well?
This one is a Hungarian wax pepper.
Smell it.
And then this is my my California Wonder. So this is a red pepper. And then I've got my cucumber plants over here, and we're gonna have to move this kind of up, get some more chicken wire, move it up. The chicken wire is there to keep critters off of it. But my cucumber plants are starting to blossom, and we're letting them grow up the chain link fence. And then this here, my son got me, that's my poblano pepper that I wanted. And then that is another jalapeno. And then I've got more lemon balm here. There's another lemon balm over here. They're smaller. And then this here is my oregano.
And it keeps coming back, right?
It does. It keeps coming back, which I didn't
know
know
it's not supposed to.
But it does.
There's actually a lot that we could still do with this. And we're thinking about how we can best utilize the space. We have to figure out that back section right there because it's not necessarily where we want it to be. And there's some unused space through here that we'd like to utilize as well. So the backyard isn't completely figured out, but we're on the road to doing some really cool homesteading stuff.
I'm so excited about these. These are my beans, my green beans. So the first 3 rows in the front are blue lakes, and then the last back row is I think they're called barnside beans. They have a beautiful orangey red flower, and they'll climb up the back of the fence. And then they have a bean that has a pink bean in the inside. It's really kind of cool. So these are doing really well too.
What's that yellow plant back there?
It's a weed.
Oh, what kind of weed?
I don't know, some kind of weed.
Okay. The dog.
The dog. And the squirrels.
And the squirrels.
My dog keeps coming in here, and like dogs aren't supposed to eat onions. They're actually supposed to be bad for them, but she'll come in and chew on my onions. So we put chicken wire around it, and then I'm gonna have the boys put chicken wire over the top of it because I really don't need to get into these until later. But the squirrels keep digging them up, and the dog keeps eating them. So
for now, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I gave my lettuce a haircut, and these, if you look here and then over here, they're coming back. So I'm gonna have more lettuce. This guy, I cut him a little too short. I don't think he's gonna come back. So I might have to go get another plant and plant him in there.
But the lettuce was so good.
It was very good. Pretty good.
Look at all this comfrey. This is incredible. Look at that. This stuff's evasive, isn't it?
Well, I guess it can be. I'm not sure it's gotten any more so than when we lived here before.
But I mean, that's a lot of comfrey.
It is a lot of comfrey. This area is where our rabbits were. And this area has a whole lot of rabbit poop in it. And so I went ahead and planted a yellow squash and a zucchini here. We're going to see how they do. And then in these hay bales, I actually have potatoes planted in them. I had some potatoes that started sprouting.
Is that those back there?
No. That's actually a peony bush. But
do we need to do something with that?
We'll trim those. We'll trim it off. But I actually there's 2 potatoes in here that had sprouted. And I thought, well, we'll give them a try and see what they do. Because I heard that you can, that's not it. I heard that you can grow potatoes in hay bales. So.
Cool. We'll try it. More potatoes.
Yep, more potatoes are in here. And
how do you know if they're sprouting potatoes or just grass?
Well, this is grass, but actually this here, that's Katie's marigolds. She planted some marigolds in here. And this, where is he? This little guy here, that's her sunflower.
Cool.
So we have a sunflower there. We'll have to pull the weeds out. All right. This area here is kind of our pollinator area. These here, they haven't flowered yet, but these are our black-eyed Susans. We have some iris that were over there, like in the springtime. This is lily of the valley, and then there's some daylilies right here. So we wanted things that would bring, pollinating bugs into our.
That looks like wild grass to me.
It's not. It's a lily. So so that way we have pollinators in our yard too, and we're just kind of let this area do that because these things will kind of spread.
Coming up with a little different setup for our worm farm, getting it cleaned out and getting it level because it wasn't level before. And the kids are taking that project on like heroes, like they're the boss.
Okay, spread it around, honey.
So we have this thing called Poop Patrol that each kid has to do, and it's to keep our yard from being just totally disgusting because Gina, she's not a very small dog, but I mean, you wouldn't think she poops as much as she does.
She eats 1 pound and poops 10.
Yeah.
So we have a small yard, so the kids have to do Poop Patrol.
So it's Poop Patrol for Jack.
And you want to know why Mom doesn't do Poop Patrol? Because the deal.
You did Poop Patrol for 4 kids over more than 5.5 years.
Yeah, well, there was 4 kids, and most of them were poopy potty trained by the time that they were 3. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's 12 years I'll have to pick up dog poop. And in order for them to get Gina, they all had to poop on their own. So.
Now back to gardening.
Yes.
It's good for our worm farm. That's a little better situation, so it's a little more level, and the kids can access it here in the middle of the yard.
Where the seeds are, like I had the green dragons last year that didn't have a bunch of seeds in them.
Oh yeah. They're like the English ones.
Yeah.
We're talking about cucumbers
Yeah.
because there are some things that we still have not planted that we want to plant.
I've got, was it 3 like straight 8 cucumber plants, and those are great for like eating and stuff. But when it comes to pickling, I actually prefer like the green dragon.
She feels that.
Dragon cucumbers over even the picklers, because I have the picklers, the skin can be kind of tough on them sometimes. And I do refrigerator pickles. I don't actually process mine because my family didn't like squishy pickles. So, and I've never done them where they weren't squishy. But so we're going
Refrigerator pickles are never squishy.
No. And so we're going to I think get some more straw bales and do a couple more with cucumbers in them, and we'll see what else, you know,
what else we
tickles
can
our
do.
fancy. The one thing I didn't plant was dill. I need to do some
Oh,
dill.
we do need some dill.
Yeah.
We love dill.
Yep.
Dill's a staple around here.
Yep.
Upcoming projects, the patio area back here, we're thinking about pulling up all the bricks and doing a little garden there.
Yeah. And that'll be nice because that gets, there's a part that's shady that's right by the house, and then another part that gets kind of full sun. But I mean, we've got a big tree in the backyard, so there's not really anything that gets full sun in this yard.
Yeah.
But it gets enough sun that we could plant like shadier plants on one side, sunnier plants on the other if we wanted to.
We're excited. This garden is going to look awesome, and hopefully it'll produce some future food for us. If you guys don't know what future food is, check out some of our videos and we'll explain to you what that is. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. More updates as we go.
Bye.